r/ShowerThoughts, workers in sweatshops making huge 5XL plus sized shirts must be awestruck by the idea of someone being that big. Not sure if awestruck is the right word, more like this fat fuck can't even make his own clothes while I'm here trying not to die of starvation. More like I'm starving and I need to make these things, whatever they are, faster, otherwise my boss will withhold my pay. I'm a screen printer, so I see hundreds of garments per week, mostly t-shirts, and I will never not be in awe at a 5XL, for which I could fit 4 of myself in with room to spare. I found a pair of 58-inch waist pants in a thrift store and my friend and I each fit in one leg. We wore pants for Halloween. I do something similar, and the first time I saw a 3X I was amazed. Shit was like a blanket on me. I've done a 4X, but 3X for sure. Imagine the dude that sews up 5XL underwear. They know those are getting pooped in. Imagine the dude that has to quality test dildos. You know what they say, if you do something you love you never have to work a day in your life. I made shirts for my band and got a couple 3X/4X. And was astonished at the size of them. You could use them as blankets. You're very much underestimating just how much YouTube people watch over Wi-Fi on $30 smartphones in the third world. They've probably seen more Nikocado avocado than any of us. Several a week, get lost from the assembly line and end up as tents, blankets, hammocks, etc. My mom worked in a textile factory in Yugoslavia, and she told me the first time she had to make 3XL shirts, her and everyone in the factory were surprised people got that big. I used to be a 5XL, it was insane to see a women's XS. Almost looked like doll clothing. Saw a few 5XLs come through when I worked in a uniform processing plant, basically an industrial laundromat, and sometimes it would be hard to keep the shirts on the hangers because even the necklines were big and droopy. Maybe they think they are making sales. They make 'em bigger. I've seen a demo done with a legitimate 20XL. A 6'0" 300-pound man folded it in half and it matched his shoulder width. Wouldn't most of the clothes look huge to those kids? I'm always curious about the wage slaves who make silly sex toys. Like, do they think I'm dying here? I starve. I have no freedom. You'll never see my children again. And I'll die on this assembly line making this buzzing novelty cock ring handcuff set. What is the world? Grossed out would be a better description. We should all be grossed out about it. No, because all 5X clothing is made in Samoa/S. They think about life before the nets. All of the missed opportunities. Here I am, 63 280 pounds, just now realizing I'm a modern marvel to older Yugoslavian women. Meanwhile Costco is finally carrying M sizes, used to be only L and bigger. Someone sews together giant-sized lingerie for the US market. That must be so fucking weird. It's like people in North Korea seeing expiration dates on food. They are told they are making disposable social tents. Like gods they must be. I assume the majority to be Asian and they know of sumo wrestlers, so shouldn't be too surprised, lol. I fit in a MED/LG. I wear 3/4XL. We all pay for it too. Larger size clothing cost more to make due to higher fabric use, however they can't charge more for the larger sizes or will get in trouble for fat shaming. So the extra cost is averages in across the sizes, raising the price. Ever heard of the sport called sumo? Those boys get big. All of the clothes in America are currently made in one of 2 automated facilities that are staffed by a software engineer and a mechanic. 4 people make all of the clothes in America as of the end of the pandemic. All those textile nations are going away. It depends if the size is not over-exaggerated, made in China. They think XXXL pants is size 36.22 diameter waist size. Casio gotta thank these people personally. Wouldn't something as simple as a shirt be entirely machine made? Depends if it's cheaper to pay a third world country worker to do some tasks than it is to buy a machine and pay someone to maintain it. I'd imagine a lot of it would be automated, but wouldn't be surprised if some parts like attaching buttons to shirts or even just folding and packing were done by hand. That stupid size system is always bring problems. Why do people can't use something like cm or inches in clothing sizing? Japan use cm sizing in shoes, so 43 euros is 27.5 centimeters. Somehow I doubt it's awe they're being struck by. TBH, I'm kinda in awe that exists. I didn't know there was anything above 3XL. I used to work as an industrial seamstress. We made uniforms up to 6XL. The first time I worked on some of those pieces I was gobsmacked. Several years later I worked in the uniform department for a casino. They had to special order uniform pants for a guy there as the stock sizes didn't go that high. I still have the picture of myself and a coworker standing side by side in those pants. Cries and insulted looking at my 5,100 XL. I'm sure they've seen fat people before. Yes, I have a 4XL shirt I bought in Cambodia. I'm 5 feet 8 inches and weigh 148 pounds. That's usually a medium. Yeah, if you watched the documentary Last Train Home, a Chinese documentary about going home for the holidays, you see some of the textile factories where they are holding jeans for big Americans and they are marveling at the implied obesity. They couldn't care less. Might have cared on the first couple, then again perhaps 3 to 4 days in. Potentially a third time a couple of months down the line, but after that, no fucks given. I always wonder what the Chinese think about all the weird Halloween crap they make and package for the US. They must say to themselves, WTF is this used for?